It's a sad, sad day. Breaks my heart, you know? I love this dojo so much. I have so many good memories here. But what are you gonna do? Last two. Yeah, my kids are having a party tonight. There's no way in hell I want them fucking up my mats. So, gonna get comfy here. New Year's, for me, it's an opportunity. What I do is sometimes I'll come up with resolutions, sometimes I don't. And my view on it is if I can stick with something, great. If I don't beat myself up. It's no big deal. Oh, some of you like seeing the calves, right? Let's do that, eh? Woo. Yeah, I've just got my like shitty house clothes here, so like nothing fancy for you guys. Anyway, yeah, so it's like it's an opportunity. If I can stick with it, great. If I don't beat myself up. You know, it's no big deal. January 1st is an arbitrary thing. It can be really motivating to start something new on January 1st, but I think the best way to go about it is say, okay, like I'm gonna start on January because it's super motivating, but if I stop, if I can't stick with it, something comes up, it's no big deal. I'll keep trying. Or if you figure out that it's actually not the right fit for you, some change you want to make, it's not something you enjoy doing, it's not realistic for you, strategically quit. That's totally cool. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean you're a failure. You have your whole life. And I view it as like just a series of opportunities to challenge ourselves, to experiment, to work on personal growth. And a lot of those times in between, it's just maintenance, right? You know, we try something and then, oh yeah, this works for me, so I'm just gonna maintain this for a while, right? We don't have to constantly be changing everything, optimizing everything, but at the same time, when we want to, you know, I think it's good to go about it with, you know, being willing to forgive ourselves if we can't stick with it. So my resolutions, I've got 3, I guess. And sorry, you know, I gotta make everyone happy in this video, for this video. But yeah, I've got 3. 2 of them are going to be super easy for me. One of them is the most important one. And so for me, the 2 easy ones they're going to be easy because I have already laid the groundwork for these, and I've mostly achieved these things. And they are, I'm going to have no caffeine this year, 0 caffeine, and 0 alcohol. And the reason these are easy is like I quit caffeine a year and a half ago, and I have had the odd cup of black tea, coffee, like very occasional use. Most of the time since I've quit, I have had nothing. So like the bulk of the time, I consider myself caffeine free, but I have occasionally, out of desperation, had something. Maybe I've just been super tired one day and I had to like be on. Maybe I had to drive on the highway, didn't want to fall asleep. Today I had 2 cups of low caffeine black tea just for shits and giggles. I just felt like it. Just like I wanted to get all cranked for today. I don't know why. But anyway, starting tomorrow for the whole year, I'm going to go with 0 caffeine. And like 0 caffeine is impossible because like I like chocolate. I like hot chocolate. I like decaf tea and decaf coffee. Those things do have small amounts of caffeine. It's impossible to go like 0 caffeine if you're having anything that originally had caffeine in it, or if you're having chocolate. So I'm not going to worry about that, but like I'm not going to drink anything caffeinated. Okay, no caffeinated pop, coffee, tea. 0 for the whole year. And I think because I've already, you know, I'm most of the way there now, it's going to be pretty easy to stick with that. So for me, having that arbitrary start date, January 1st, it's a good excuse to just, well, you know, I've been wanting to just cut it out completely and see if it improves my sleep and lowers my anxiety levels that much more than it already has by cutting out as much as I have. So why not just do the full year? So I'm doing that this year. The second thing is alcohol. And as with the caffeine, I am most of the way there. I don't drink that often. I have had maybe on average 1 drink a month this whole year. Sorry, 6, 7, no, like maybe 1 drink a month. So I've had maybe 10 to 12 drinks this year. And for me, I've had periods of my life where I've had a lot more than that. And I have periods of my life where I've had a lot less. The best I've ever felt in my life was when I was on a karate tournament team. And for sure a couple of years, I had 0 alcohol, like not a drop. The most important thing to me was my training was improving my performance, and alcohol just made me feel like shit. And I was doing a lot of hard, intensive training, and I was training daily and waking up one morning, hungover, or even just like slightly, feeling just a little bit shitty from having a drink or two the night before. It wasn't worth it because I knew that it would interfere with my training. So I just said, no alcohol. For our tournament team, we went on a trip to Vegas. I think it was 2019. We competed at the Ozawa Cup, and I had nothing that time. We were there for, I don't know, 5 days or something. It was Easter weekend in Vegas, but I had nothing, no alcohol, no drugs, nothing, and I didn't miss it, And I just felt so good. So that period of my life, hard training, no alcohol, and a pretty good diet, not perfect, but mostly nutritious, I felt great. Felt fitter and stronger and healthier than I've ever felt. Even considering that I was going through a lot of stress, my sleep wasn't great, I was still drinking caffeinated beverages, but those three things, the hard training, the good diet, and no alcohol, I felt like a rock star. So that's what I'm going to do. No alcohol for this year. It's 0, 0, 0. And I don't think I'm going to miss it. Alcohol is one of those things, kind of like junk food. Like if it's in the house, I'll eat it, drink it, whatever. If it's not in the house, I don't really think about it. So it won't be difficult for me to do that. And with both of these things, the caffeine and the alcohol, this isn't a judgment thing. I'm not judging people who drink caffeinated beverages or drink alcohol or whatever. Like you do you. I don't really care. For me, I know what feels best. I know when I drink things with caffeine in them, I feel anxious, I feel crazy like I do now. I get the sweats, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. But it's like that, 30 years or 35 years or whatever of drinking coffee and tea, and it's hard to you miss it, right? When you haven't had it, you miss that high, you miss that hyperactivity, and that's what I was feeling today. Like I kind of miss feeling all hyper, even though I'm perfectly capable of that kind of mental state without caffeine. With alcohol, at first there's that, first sip or two, and it's like, oh yeah, it feels great. And then as soon as I've gotten through those first couple of sips, I regret it. Like now I regret it. It's like I feel like shit. I feel like I don't like the smell on my breath and on my skin. I feel kind of lightheaded and weird, and I don't sleep well. I sleep like shit, and I wake up the next morning, even if I've had one drink, I wake up the next morning feeling like crap. And I've had periods of my life where I've drank a lot more, as I said. I've had periods of my life where I've drank, large quantities. And I know what a hangover feels like. I know what, puking up, whatever. I know what it's like. But now it's like I'm not willing to feel shitty anymore, and I'm thinking back to when I was training so hard all the time and competing, and I was just so passionate about that. I had my focus. I wanted everything in my life to align with that and to support that. And so for me, it's like, well, I don't want to wake up one morning, having a shitty sleep from alcohol and feeling unmotivated to train because, oh, well, I just had to have a drink, or I wanted to have a drink, or socially or not, right? So no alcohol. I don't think I'm going to miss it. And it feels good for me to commit to it. It's like, okay, it's kind of a relief. Like, okay, well, if I tell myself I can't have caffeine and I can't have alcohol this year, then that's cool. That's cool. I need to have that limitation, that boundary for myself. Third thing is a super important thing. Let's just show my calves again, because I really like my calves. So I've had people ask me how I've built my calves. And honestly, I think it's probably partly genetic. My dad had strong calves. He, could build muscle really easily, really quickly. My mom tended to be skinnier, had a harder time building muscle, but I don't know, I've had big calves my whole life, but as a kid, I was a toe walker. So I did this. I did this whole thing all the time, okay? This is just, comfortable for me, and I still do it to a certain extent. When I'm sitting, part of it's I'm short, right? But when I'm sitting, I'll often lift my heels up off the floor when I'm sitting in a chair. And sometimes it's because I'm too short for whatever furniture, but often it's just comfortable for me to have my heels up. I'm just so used to that. When I'm standing for long periods of time, I might lift my heels up and kind of balance a little bit. I've been running for years. I used to run daily. And for a long time after I started running, I was having really bad shin splints, and I didn't realize that I was doing all of my running on the balls of my feet. So yeah, I've been building my calves my whole life. So I don't really do much calf specific training. I did do some calf raises today, but I really would need much heavier weights than I have, and I need to do a lot of fucking reps to feel it, because like I'm just constantly building these bad boys. So yeah, those two things. The third thing that is the most important thing for me, I had originally thought that I wanted to challenge myself this year and film every day. So, January 1st through December 30th. I was thinking this back in November after I did the month-long challenge in October of filming every day, that I enjoyed that so much. I enjoyed how much it reduced my decision fatigue, like knowing what I was doing every day, doing the same thing every day. It's like I do my workout, I do my filming, I do et cetera, et cetera. It was so great for my mental health, and I just felt really good about it. And I thought, I'm going to do it for the whole year. I'm going to challenge myself to do this for 2026. And then life happened and shit came up, and I started getting stressed out over things and dishwashers and cats and cars and whatever, and just feeling like, I don't know. Recently I thought, I'll change that. Instead of filming every day, because that's not maybe something I can stick with realistically, I will post every day. I will have a video to post every day to YouTube. So I was going to do that. And then the last few days, just Christmas, holiday stuff, and thinking about things. Oh, this is connected, but it's an aside. I am going to be quitting posting to Facebook. I hate Facebook. I had a recent thing with Facebook where they did some bullshit where I shared someone else's reel to my stories, and they did this whole thing about saying I was committing copyright infringement, posting someone else's, using someone else's music or whatever. Anyway, it was stupid shit. I've gone through so many of these issues with Facebook. I've dealt with this so often, so many stupid little things where they've restricted my reach. They've throttled my reach months and months and months ago for a post. They still haven't improved it. Occasionally they will say, oh, we're increasing your reach for a bit, and then they throttle it again. I hate Facebook. It's not worth it. It's just a big stressor for me. The people on there who watch my stuff, you're great, but for my mental health, and because I also have other issues with Facebook just as a platform and changes they've made, I'm not too happy with the platform. I'm not going to post to my page anymore. I will leave the page up, but I'm not going to post to it anymore. Anyway, part of that is I want to strategically quit the things that aren't good for me and really prioritize the things that are. And I've talked about this in the past, and now I'm over time, since I've started the Karate Shrimp, it's been a process of building it up and then taking things away, right? Building it up and seeing what I could turn this into, and then realizing, okay, some of these things that I'm doing aren't the right fit for me, like having a blog, having a podcast, using Twitter, X, TikTok, Facebook. These things aren't good for me. They're not helping me. They're not good for my mental health. I don't love them. I'm not willing to put 100% of myself into them, so I'm going to let them go. Okay, strategically quitting the things that aren't working for me so that I can focus on the things that I'm really excited about. And so now it's going to be down to YouTube and Instagram. I love Instagram for the community part of it. I love being able to interact with people, and I just like the vibe on there. And I like I can kind of let my quirkier side out. I can be a little goofy in my stories and stuff, and I really like that. So I'm going to continue with that, and I like being able to interact in DM. So that's important to me. But then YouTube for the video production and getting good at that. And I was thinking, if I'm trying to stick with some, intensive schedule for uploading, for posting, for filming, it's going to interfere with my desire to just get really good at this. And I think it's just going to be too much of a restriction. And in a certain sense, having that, a strict schedule for myself, it is freeing. It helps with my mental health. I don't have to overthink things. But if I don't give myself enough time to get everything done, what if I want to go a little crazy with a video and I have some ideas for videos that I want to make that are going to be a lot more involved? I can't make them in one day. It might take me a week of filming or more to do it. Some might be a month, who knows? But I want to post at least once a week, but some of them might be more involved, and I don't want to rush it, right? And I don't want to rush through it just to get it up, just to, fit with some arbitrary schedule I've set for myself. My goal is mastery of this process. I want to dive deeper into every step of the process. I want to get really involved with it. I want to love it all the time. I want to be excited about it. I don't want it to feel like I just have to churn out videos to satisfy the algorithm, okay? So I'm going to not have a strict schedule like that for myself, but what I will be doing every day from January 1st to December 31st of 2026, I am going to be spending time every day working on some aspect of video production. So, and I want it to be like deep work. Like my phone is on focus mode. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm diving super deep in. It could be filming. It could be editing. It could be brainstorming. It could be writing. I want to do a lot more writing too. I haven't done a lot of writing, like writing for scripts, just writing for posts, writing whatever. I want to do a lot more of that. And I want to just like dive deeper into all of it. So I don't want it just to be like, okay, I got to get a video up. I want it to be, okay, I want to make a video that I love, that I'm excited about, I feel really good about, and that's hopefully going to really help you in some way or entertain you or whatever. But I want to dive deeper into that process and really focus on the process rather than the outcome of, you know, like fitting some schedule. I want the outcome to be good, like I want the video to be good, but I really want to get involved in that process. So that's what I'm going to do. Daily work, daily deep work on video production. Every day might be different. Who knows? So yeah, my kids are having a party tonight. People have been showing up. It's chaotic. We've got laundry going, food cooking. Like it's been kind of like this all day. So in the meantime, for this intermission, check out my feet. There's like music. There's Lego action upstairs. It's chaotic in my house. The daily filming, I still want to try this one day as a challenge, and I might do small challenges of this, like, you know, a month of filming, like I did in October, week long, 2 weeks, whatever, do small challenges for myself like that. I would like to, I kind of have this thought, like it would be cool to do a year of vlogging every day. That would be kind of fun, or like a training vlog every day. Every day I just film my training and upload it to YouTube, and I might do that one day. I find filming training is kind of awkward. It feels awkward to me, and it's, yeah, I'm not quite there yet, you know, mentally, but one day I'd like to try that. So in the future, I definitely want to still try that, you know, filming every day and just to challenge myself like that. So, but that would be videos that are easy to make, like it's just, I'm doing something and I'm filming it, right? Rather than more involved videos. And again, I have some videos that I want to make that are going to be a lot of work to make. And I want to be able to take my time and make those for you so they're really enjoyable for you to watch. Do you have resolutions? Do you think they're stupid? Share in the comments what your resolutions are if you have any, and share your calf routine if you have one. Or you can just like, you know, walk on your toes like I do. Happy New Year. See you next year.